A very good morning to you. It's Monday, the 5th of April, 2021. And I have a very special guest in the studio with me this morning. Now, every year in Egypt, the Egyptian Autistic Society tries its very best to raise awareness in schools, cultural institutions, universities, and so on by holding seminars, presentations, and lighting up in blue important monuments. Now, this morning, I'm very pleased to have with me in the studio Dr. Dahlia Soliman. So how are you on this Monday morning?
Fabulous. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Autism, World Autism Day was over the weekend.
Yes,
Autism
it was, on the 2nd of April.
Okay, and I mean, we've spoken about this before, but every single year it seems to change and more things happen. So just tell me, what's the purpose behind the day itself?
Okay, so Autism Speaks, which is like one of the biggest centers for autism in the world, it's based in New York. After the UN decided that the 2nd of April is Autism Awareness Day, they started an initiative called Light It Up Blue.
Okay.
Whereby every country lights up a monument in blue to give parents and families of autistic children hope and encouragement. And this is the sign. They just light up blue. And so that's what we did.
Okay. I'm sure you've posted photos of this on your Facebook page.
Yes, we have, of course.
But can you tell me what monuments in Egypt you lit up blue for World Autism Day?
This year, we lit up the Abbasiyya Cathedral, which is a beautiful church.
Wow.
We lit up all the Ministry of Education buildings in the country.
Wow.
So that was very informative. And the Ministry of Social Solidarity. Last year, we were able to light up the pyramids and Luxor Temple.
Okay.
This year, Luxor Corniche lit up blue. Some of the food outlets, all the branches lit up blue. The schools, universities, banks. Honestly, I had people sending me photos that I didn't even know were going to light up blue, and it was an amazing community effort this year.
So this is something that a lot of people are getting behind already.
Yes.
I mean, this is so people were literally just doing it without even informing you and just sending you the photos afterwards.
You know, the funny thing is 6 years ago, I was like going around to everyone, begging them, please light us up blue, your building, the monuments. And nobody listened, nobody cared. And from the awareness that happened within the past 6 months, it's kind of become a trend. Like people are just lighting up things blue and sending us photos. So it's amazing.
This is really cool. Obviously, you've missed it for this year, but you could do it next year, or is it something that's going on for the entire month?
We already did some this year. Yes, we did.
Yeah. So that was at the weekend.
Yes.
Now, World Autism Day itself was over the weekend, but you were just telling me that you do like a month's worth of yes, activities and things to raise awareness of autism. Could you tell us about those?
Sure. We started a bit early this year because we wanted to finish before Ramadan. And so we started on the 10th of March. Basically, we did a lot of things. We did one of the nicest things that actually touched my heart this year was we did some vocational training in a very famous fast food outlet for our adolescents with autism.
Okay.
So they were spread over many branches, and they still are today as we speak in Egypt, and they're learning how to prepare the food. And there's a big sign at the stores saying, you know, your food was prepared by somebody with autism today.
That's so cool.
And so this was something very touching for me. I really enjoyed that. We also have an art workshop happening where some artists have volunteered to come and do a workshop for the children. And then we will have a big exhibit, a display at the end of the month. We have a workshop for parents and professionals on VB, Verbal Behavior Map, and that's taking place this weekend. And we are part of the Endurance Festival in Suma Bay this weekend.
Yes, I'm aware of the one.
Yes.
I'm aware of the one.
So we're the official charity partner, so we'll be there as well. We're everywhere, basically.
This is so cool. I mean, it's always great to catch up with you every single year and find out more about what's happening in Egypt for World Autism Day. But I'd like to touch back to what is autism and how can it be? I mean, I watched a TV show about this recently, and I was surprised, and it actually educated me a lot about autism, because although people are aware of autism, they don't really know what it is. Mm-hmm. So if you can stick around for a little bit longer, we'll find out more about that next. I'm going to try this. Okay. Etihad Mish Tawahud.
Very good.
Yay! Did I get it? Did I get it?
You got it. اتحاد مش توحد.
That's what I said, right?
Perfect, yes.
Okay. Dahlia.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Right, so Dahlia is from the Egyptian Autistic Society. We've been talking about the ways that you've been raising awareness, all the things that you've been doing, and how other people have been highlighting or projecting a blue color on their building.
Yes.
Now, there's some other things that I'd like to know as well. You were telling me that you've got activities up until the 12th.
Yes.
Yeah, what other activities have you got left?
Okay, so as I said, we're currently doing the adolescence training at one of the food outlets. We'll also be doing it at a supermarket. And the reason we're doing this is because there's a lot of services for early intervention in Egypt for the young kids. And it's like they reach 12 and disappear. Okay, so we're trying to promote, like, after they finish school, and if some of them can make it into university, excellent. If not, then we need to find them jobs. So this is what we're trying to promote. So the food outlets helping us, supermarkets are helping us, and all this, the vocational training for this project is happening in April. As well as the art workshop, the endurance festival, and as I said, the verbal behavior workshop.
Okay. So after that, and because of all the things that you've been doing over the years, how long have you been doing this in Egypt for now?
I started the society, the Egyptian Autistic, 1999.
Oh, wow. Okay. So,
but we've been doing the awareness for maybe 11 years.
Okay. Now, after doing this for so long, have you had any positive impact or change in anything like law or appreciation of everything that you're doing?
100%, yes. When I first opened the Egyptian Autistic Society, 70 to 80% of the cases that I used to get were misdiagnosed by some of the top pediatricians in Egypt. And this is because there wasn't a single university in Egypt teaching, including the medical university, teaching more than one paragraph about what is autism.
Just one paragraph?
Yes.
Out of all of the stuff that doctors have to learn, it's just one paragraph?
One paragraph,
That's
yes.
not enough.
And now I can happily say that maybe 100% of the cases, or 90% of the cases I get have already been diagnosed correctly before they arrive to me.
So that's great. That's progression for you,
that's
definitely.
A lot of progression, yes. And we've managed to affect some laws whereby, for example, a recent law was made that made all schools in Egypt inclusive.
Okay.
They have to accept children with special needs, with autism, if they are of a certain IQ. We were able to, and this is one of the biggest achievements, I think, put autism on the list of disabilities for exemption from military service.
Okay.
Because before it was very difficult. They used to go to the medical commission, and basically they would be taken into the military service. And because there are no facial features on autistic children, it was thought that they were basically neurotypical young men, and
they didn't want to do it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. But so that's a massive achievement to be able to actually be recognized and to have some laws adapted and changed as well. Yes. Now, all of this talk of autism, just in case anyone's listening to this thinking, oh, well, I'm familiar with the term, but what is it exactly? Okay.
So to be diagnosed with autism, you need to have three things. First thing is, so basically what you would see from outside is a person who lives in their own world. They would have a communication disorder. So that means they may not speak, they may speak single words, or they may have echolalia, which is they will repeat the sentences you're saying, and very few of them will be able to hold a conversation with you. They will also have social difficulties, so they will not have the social skills of a typical child of their age. They will avoid eye contact when dealing with you. They will not respond to their name. This is at a young age. They will not be able to make friends. If in the beginning, they're not even interested in social skills, so they'll ignore anyone. At a later stage, they will be interested, but they don't have the skills. So they may go and push another child at a school, for example, as if saying, I want to play with you, but they don't have the social skills.
But they do have an intellectual ability to be able to, like I was saying, this TV show I watched before, some of the people in this show were extremely intellectual, and they focus on what they're doing to the point that they almost excel at it. And can have an extremely high intellectual ability.
Yes, autism is one of the disorders that is not always affected, does not always affect IQ. So you could have people with autism with relatively high IQs or average IQs. You do have some, of course, with some delay as well. And you have a few that are very, very talented in memory, have amazing memories, talented in mathematics, talented in art. In computer, we recently started a computer programming and robotics training course for the children because they were doing so amazingly. So we thought, well, let's put that into good use.
I mean, computer and robotics is fantastic. I mean, this is something that definitely would keep them occupied, but also allow them to really venture into a world that probably they would never have had the chance to do before.
Yes. And they're really, really good. As I was telling you earlier, I have 3-year-olds holding my phone or my laptop and doing things that I have no idea what they can do.
So they're playing with your phone and suddenly the lights are going on and off in,
exactly.
in the room.
And I can't even do that myself. But then I get like 16-year-olds who are brilliant at something. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant at data entry, at something else, but they find it very difficult to sit and do any kind of small talk or approach somebody and say, hello, can you be my friend?
So if someone wants to find out more about the Egyptian Autistic Society, how exactly can they go about that?
On Facebook, we are Autism Egypt, the Egyptian Autistic Society. They can call us. I will leave you the number.
Okay.
And on our website, egyptautism.com.
Okay. And also we're going to be posting this video that we're doing right now. Hi, wave to the camera.
Hi.
There's one there. Hi, Shaq. So we'll be posting this video on our socials as well with a link to your Facebook page.
Perfect.
Now, I'm going to try and say this saying again. We need to talk about the video as well.
Yes.
Yes, talking of videos. Hi. So you recently released a video with lots of celebrities in it as well.
As you know, the campaign this year is called In This Together, اتحاد مش توحد. And basically the concept of the video and the campaign is that this world belongs to all of us. We're promoting diversity, different backgrounds, different religions, and different abilities. And autistic people have as much right as anybody else to belong in this world.
Of course.
And this is where it comes from. So اتحاد مش توحد, we are all in this together. And
let me try and say that. اتحاد مش توحد.
And so we asked for community members to help us and celebrities did, and they shared it on their social media. So we reached millions and millions and millions of people. And basically we have a video explaining what the campaign is about, and over 40 celebrities on the video saying اتحاد مش توحد and sharing it on their social media as well.
That's so cool. And having a blue page, I'm sure, as well.
Yes, a lot of blue this month.
Yay. Okay, that's so cool. Well, you can check out that video on your Facebook channel or Facebook page, which we will put a link to on this video as well. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You've asked for a particular song, which I'm going to play in a second, John Legend and All of Me. And first of all, I'm going to try and say... Etihad Mish Tawahud. Is that good?
Perfectly correct. And
Yay.
this song is for the mothers ask me that this is the song, these are the words they would like to tell their children with autism. So this is why we like playing this song.
Dr. Dahlia Soliman, thank you very much for joining us here on 104.2 Nile FM.
Hit music for Egypt. Nile FM.